Right. Streaming round 2. There is something I forgot to do. Getting ready for all of this stuff. I gotta plug my headset in to the other computer. I was playing iRacing, believe it or not, today. Spotted Rob. I tell you, a streamer's work is never done. I have audio. Audio, video chat. I've got audio, got video. I'm not muted for a change. Happy Monday night. Stream round 2. That was fun though. I did enjoy spotting Rob at Martinsville. He's good at the short tracks. He didn't do an NIS race. Tonight he did a Open. He ran the Race Pal setup and finished in 3rd place. So it is a good setup. I know when he ran that thing last year. Let's use time compression. He either got a win or a 2nd place in an NIS race with the Race Pal setup. So I'm going to do a stream tomorrow during the daytime. I'm going to work with the setup for a little while. I don't think I need to do much to it. Not based on what I saw tonight, Rob racing a Open with it. It won't need much. I just want to see where it's at with ride height. And, you know, it's from October of last year. And I just want to make sure that something didn't happen with spring packages and so forth. One factor that got eliminated completely is, oh, hi Dylan. How have you been, kiddo? Hope you had a good Easter holiday over the weekend. I'm quite certain your family celebrates that. But, you know, the gears changed. They applied an update recently that limits you to 2 choices for gears. It's not that great. But it eliminated all the people with, you know, Coke setups and setup shops, running setups with, you know, 3rd gear, like an old Power Glide transmission or whatever. Just let's see. Yeah, and then like this. Go to my assigned patrol area. So it's cool. I made it across that shallow water between the Sulu Sea and the Morro Gulf. Because you go through there at daytime, you're going to end up... I got to see something here. Let me turn off my radar, believe it or not. The Japanese this late in the war can detect that and position me, so... let's avoid that warship. Yeah, Easter, Good Friday and Easter are my 2 most important holidays. You know, I like Christmas too, obviously. I mean, I like any kind of holiday. You know, I just get to celebrate. What is this? That is an aircraft. Let's crash dive. We'll use time compression for a minute to get down to depth. It is 1,500 hours. I can go 1/3 speed.
Yes, sir.
I'll have enough battery to get till nightfall. And I'm fortunate because... hang on a minute. Let's surface the boat. I celebrate Christmas or Easter and Christmas on, you know, the traditional holiday days, but the Greek Orthodox Church that I have a family member in celebrates on a different date. So what that means is I get 2 Easters. That's an added bonus. What are the seas like? They're choppy. It's kind of icky out. It's weird that I got this far without encountering any ships. So God, excuse me, I just ate. And I just ate righteous. It was awesome. I made taco meat earlier today. I had tacos, but I make it out of ground turkey. And, you know, put your, taco seasoning in it, just like you would make taco meat. But I make a huge batch of it, so I have a lot of leftovers. Well, I had spaghetti. Usually I would have spaghetti meatballs, but instead of meatballs, I put some of those leftover turkey meat in there. Some of that taco meat. And you'd be surprised how good that is. And of course, I make really good spaghetti sauce. Not completely from scratch, but I have my own hodgepodge of spices and stuff that I put in it that make it more flavorful than the crap you get out the jar. So there's some news that came over the wire here that I had missed. It says at the end of January, U.S. troops have invaded the atoll in the Marshall Islands. U.S. forces have landed also in Roy and Namur in the same archipelago. In the same time, land fighting begins in the southern front in the Dutch New Guinea. On February 4, it's the 9th, on February 4, the U.S. forces conquered Kwajalein Island in the Marshalls with 486 killed and 1,495 wounded, but inflicted 8,386 casualties on the Japanese. If you think about those numbers, man, it's hundreds and even thousands of people in just one small battle. Maybe it wasn't a small battle. That's a pretty big battle, actually. But, when you look at the whole war and everything that's going on, enormous loss of life. It's disgusting. Man, I tell you, the dessert got me too. For dessert, I took a graham cracker, and then you put a thin coating of peanut butter on the graham cracker, and you sprinkle it with dark chocolate chips. If you mix confectioner's sugar, crushed graham crackers, and peanut butter, that's the filling in Reese's peanut butter cups. It's exactly what's in there. So it's kind of like a Reese's peanut butter cup, but in graham cracker / cookie format. Really good, man. Insanely good. Like I said, I ate too much, but that's okay. I'm just a little guy. If I start to gain weight, I'll quit with that shit, but for right now, I'm not worried about it. Well, let's save game on patrol in case something bad happens. Um, 264. Let's go take a look at it. But anyway, it's that peanut butter and that sugary, snacky dessert. That's what gets you. I don't see anything out there. I don't see it. Did it not? Is it not plotting? Let's see if I can find it on radar. There's two of them there. They're on a bearing of about 240. They appear to be northbound. Oh, there they are. Look. There's supposed to be a key I can hit that takes the course that I'm looking at. I'm going to see if I can find that real quick. You know, even though I downloaded this game off Steam, I still have all my original documentation for it. It's still so confusing. I wish... I don't know. This just frustrates me. I'm not even going to look at it. I'll just do this the old-fashioned way.
Yes, sir. Ahead full. Hard to port.
It unlocked. Alright. That's off. That's good. I kinda gotta look at him there.
Yes, sir. Ship spotted. Bearing 3, 4.
Where's my mouse? I'll maintain current orders.
Single contact. Bearing.
Uh-oh.
8.
Aircraft. Tell you what.
Yes, sir.
Way short. I think it's about 2,400 out.
Ship spotted.
I don't want AP for those.
3.
Still short.
Long range.
That was a hit. Meanwhile,
Yes, sir. Firing at will.
I don't know if I'm hitting him or not. Let's get closer. Hang on a minute.
Ship spotted.
Gonna fall short, way short. Just kind of eyeballing it. There's an aircraft coming, but I'm gonna stay on the surface and kill the aircraft and these two ships. He's destroyed. I think 2,000's too far of a range there, yeah, by about double almost it seems. That's a hit. I'll go up a little bit. So my flat gunners are working. Hopefully they kill that aircraft. I hear the aircraft. Oh, it crashed over there just past my crewman's head. Alright, you guys. Secure from battle stations. Return to course. Beaverland, how are you doing? Appreciate the lurk. And while he lurks, I am going to take credit for those two ships sunk. Wait a minute. I'm only seeing credit for one ship sunk. That guy's still alive. You're kidding me. $2,000's way too long a range. He's probably about 1,200-ish. Maybe less.
Yes, sir. Run. Yes, sir.
Enemy unit destroyed. Wrong key. I'm fumbling with my keys. Let's do this. They're a sampan and a junk. 280 tonners. And an aircraft. Let's go plug that in. Take credit for it. One aircraft. 2 surface vessels. They're not exactly ships, but we'll take credit for it anyway. 29,794 tons so far this war patrol. And we get to add 160 to that for a new total of 29,954 tons. How about that? And we'll return to course, hide the clipboard. Get some time compression going here.
Single contact. Bearing 151. Long range.
Another aircraft. I'm going to see if he doesn't notice me. He didn't. He flew by. We'll save some time.
Single contact. Bearing 1.
I wonder if he's going to see me this time. Yep. Crash dive.
Ahead flight. Yes, sir. Hardest armor. Hardest armor. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Dive plane set for normal dive.
Yes, sir.
Where's that plane at? I wish the planes were easier to see. Oh, he's diving straight down. Dang it, I fumbled my keys. He crashed! Look at that. Should I take credit for that kill? Alright, these bugs are funny. Let's surface the boat, return to course, 2/3 speed.
Ahead slow.
Wow, you guys. Let me see if it gave me a prox kill. And no, it didn't. I don't know, my guys didn't shoot it down. I'm not going to take credit for it. That'd be pretty hokey. When you play Aces High, if a player crashes their plane and is destroyed, the nearest opponent to that player gets a proximity, or what we would call for short a prox kill. It would score it. You'd get, you know, the renown and the credit. You'd get fully the credit for that. So that's why I thought it was worth taking a look. You never know. It was worth a try.
Single contact. Bearing.
Man, these planes are just going crazy trying to get me.
Crash dive.
So we'll crash dive. It's 11:15 in the morning. I'll slow it down. We'll stay submerged until, I don't know, probably 3 in the afternoon, 1500 hours. Surface. The planes have gone. A merchant ship. Bearing 051. Let's take a look at 051 and see what we get. Sampans.
Yes, sir. New course. 9, 3, Yes, sir.
Flank.
They always sail around in groups of 2, except now I see 3 out there. So, let's go like this. I'll do time compression. It's dark.
Yes, sir. No course. 1, 2, 8.
Get in here nice and close. And I haven't done this in a while. There's 3 of them. I'm going to run them over.
Yes, sir.
Although, you know, the last time I did this, it didn't give me credit for it. The ships were sunk. They keeled over, exploded, and died, but it didn't give me a kill. Let's just do it for science.
Yes, sir. Hard to
Yes,
port.
sir.
Yes, sir. Rudder.
Yes, sir.
Rudder. Yes, sir. Hard to starboard. Rudder.
Yes, sir.
Rudder. Hard to port. Hard to port.
Hey, fisherman.
Sir.
Where is he at? Over here? You're gonna wish you hadn't done that. Unit destroyed. They're much better at dodging me now than they used to be.
Yes, sir. Rudder.
Yes, sir.
Rudder.
Dang, man.
Yes, sir. Rudder.
Yes, sir.
4. Yes, sir. Hard to
Yes,
starboard.
sir.
Yes, sir. Rudder.
Yes, sir.
Rudder. Hard to port.
So that one's destroyed. See, this game used to give you credit for that. It's not giving me credit for that. That's a bummer. That one I got credit for. Okay, returning to course. See, I killed 3 ships, but it only gave me credit for 2. I'm gonna take credit for it, I don't care. So, let's reach up to this keyboard, because it's a separate computer that I'm, you know, doing the stream stuff from. And we'll update the total. My new total is, I gotta add those 3 ships, 9 ships. 30,194 tons. Alright. See, it even puts the kill symbols here. It shows that I killed all 3 of these ships, but if you look at my log, not so much. Since that aircraft earlier, just those 2, the 2 that I shot. Yeah. I'll throw a save game in here, overwrite patrol, just so I have a checkpoint to go back to if I decide later I need it. Okay, we'll go to 1x time compression to slow things down a minute. And the South China Sea isn't far. I have plenty of fuel. I might go see... You know, this might be fun to go patrolling around here. I feel claustrophobic, like I'm trapped. But then when you look at this, look, there's a convoy there. There's a lot of shipping out there, including a task force. This task force was spotted at 2050 hours. That was last night. It's 0528 hours now, so it's the morning of the next day. But this task force could be going to Manila, or it could be coming to the Sibuyan Sea. So what I'm going to do is go patrol this area. And see if I can catch up to something like that. Let's go to time compression now that I have my course plotted. That is a very fast contact. I'll crash dive. I got to look around. I got my microphone in the way over here. I'm going to take a look and see what the depth under keel is. 670 feet, so this light blue is less than 1,000, but not less than, you know, maybe 130 feet that I need. It's just basically double periscope depth. You know, when you order a crash dive, it doesn't go that particularly deep. And American submarines can't really go that deep. The limit is just over 100 meters. The Germans can easily do triple that with their U-boats. Anyway, enough complaining.
Yes, sir. Bird 1.
Let's take a look at the sea state. A little bit of chop. I'll hang out down here. The crew will like it. Go down here where you don't feel the waves. No rocking and rolling. Just nice, smooth, quiet riding. Putting along at 2 knots. Crash dive again. As soon as I surface, there's 2 planes here.
Bird 10, 4, 0.
Two more planes on patrol.
Current depth 40. Yes, sir.
I'm gonna have to stay down all day. Wow, there's a convoy up here moving slow. Where are they going to go? They're going east, but they'll hit land. Do you think they'll turn north, or do you think they'll, you know, follow the coast, maybe turn south? What are they going to do? I'll tell you what I'm going to do on the off chance that I can catch up to them. I'll speed up to full speed. I've got plenty of fuel. And I'll take a course through here about like that. And see if I can catch sight of them in a bit. Probably right about here. I'm going to start to run radar, especially because it's nighttime. See if I gain radar contact with them. Yep, I got radar contact. Oh, I'm not going to be able to do anything about it. There's no way I'm going to get out ahead of them from back here. I'll slow to 2/3 speed. I'll turn off the radar. And the reason I'm doing that, I will actually plot their point here, by the way. They can detect my radar, and right now they haven't. You'll know when they've detected your radar because when you look at your plot, you'll see that these destroyers are speeding up and slowing down, and they start searching in patterns instead of just, driving along lazy like. It's 0248 hours. 0248 H. And that's Mark 1. I just type MK1. Those notes will be adequate. Later on, I'll reestablish radar contact with them, and that's going to allow me to compute the distance that they have traveled in a specific period of time. That's a simple formula, and it tells you how fast they're going. So on the off chance that I do find myself able to get an end around them, I guess I'll go standard speed.
Yes, sir.
Fully charged. Let's make sure the battery charges off. That's good. I'm just being paranoid. I don't want to burn excessive fuel. If the battery charger's on and you're not charging the battery, it still takes more fuel. So how far away would they be from me here? They're within 10 miles, and it's about daybreak. Let's do a computation here. It's not going to be too exact, but 4.5 nautical miles by 0341.
Contact! Warship! Moving away! Bearing! 338! Long range!
0341, 4.5 nautical miles. Alrighty. That's 7 minutes shy of an hour. That's 53 minutes. I'm going to go to a website called Calculator Soup. Solve for speed. Distance is 4.5 nautical miles. Tell me the speed, if you could, in knots. And they have traveled 53 minutes. Calculate. 5 knots. Now, if I get into a position to attack these ships, which could happen, I know their speed, and I won't have to guess or calculate and make an error. I have very precisely identified the speed of those ships. Let's grab a hold of this. I'm going to hug the shoreline over here. Let me open up to flank speed.
Yes, sir.
I'll put a marker down because I can use that marker as 2 points, to build this line segment off of. This is the projected course. What's the depth below keel here? 600 feet. I think the seas could be rough. I'm watching my sound contacts. This guy's suspicious and he's patrolling.
Contact! Merchant! Moving away!
The depth here is only 221 feet, so this is kind of shallow. And daybreak will be here soon, which makes me a little nervous. I think I'm going to be able to attack about like this. And it'll be a daylight attack. Let's plot a 2 nautical mile circle, so I kind of know what a radius or a distance of 2 nautical miles looks like. Yes, there's a scale on the top left, but it sucks. It's just too far away to look at and so forth. Let's continue at 1/3 speed here. Periscope depth. And I'm just using time compression to make it go faster. I'm in a really good spot. My projected course is a little bit off, according to the sound sonar information that I have, that places the convoy a little further west than where I had originally anticipated. That's okay, though. That's probably about right. I'll relocate my little scale. I'm going to move forward at 1/3 speed. Let's look at the sea state. Unfortunately, it's rough. This is a very difficult attack. I've been having a lot of bad luck with that lately. I'll stop. We'll do time compression. Get him closer. I keep picking up new targets. Alright, now they're starting to get close. Look how close this warship is ahead to my left. From the outside view, I'll be able to see him easy. No, it's hazy. I can't see him. Let's look at my torpedo tubes. I'm not going to waste my electric Mark 18s, but I think I'll fire off these 4 Mark 23s. Which will be tubes 3, 4, 5, and 6. Now the seas are rough, so I'm going to set a depth of 15 feet on all 4 of these torpedoes. And without knowing what kind of ships I'm going to be shooting at, I'm going to plug in that I'm 80 degrees off their starboard bow, which puts me, well, I'm going to put 70. I think I'm going to be about 20 degrees off their starboard beam. The range is going to be 1,000 meters. And the speed, as we already know, is 5 knots or something very close to it. So the torpedo gyro angle will be 6 degrees. So what I could, you know what though, I'm doing this. I've got to turn 20 degrees left to 340 degrees relative. And then replug in these values. So the gyro angle will be relative bearing 344 degrees, so it's going to be about 16 degrees to the left. The torpedoes are going to launch and then turn 16 degrees left. That'll put them right on target when I hear those targets at 340. So for right now, let's take a look at plot. I will rig for silent running so that my crew won't make noises. I'll sound general quarters so that my crew is ready for, you know, emergency repairs or whatever. I'm going to wait for this destroyer to pass me by, and then, I don't know, I'm going to move forward a little bit to get out of the way of this destroyer, who will be, you know, basically this destroyer is going to run right over me where I'm at now, and I need to move forward, but I can't do it until this guy passes. Also, I'm going to descend to 85 to 90 feet New depth 88 feet. I'm going to go well below periscope depth because I'm not going to use or need my periscopes to do this attack. Time compression. While I watch the progress of these ships. I hate how the time compression cancels, and then when you need it to cancel, it won't. Like, you're being shot at, and it won't cancel time compression. Suddenly you're dead. Okay, right now, let me look and see if I look ahead. Yeah, there he is. There's the escort destroyer. Let's go see what kind he is. I'm always curious about that. Every time I look at these warships, it makes me want to reinstall Wargaming's World of Warships. Sashio. And it's after midnight, which means that would be normally when I would quit streaming, but I'm gonna stream a little later tonight. Let's go over here and look at the freighters for fun. I got up early today. Oh, there's a beauty right there. That is a 10,000 tonner. That is a large tanker. And there's 2 of them at least in this flotilla. So that's awesome. Anyway, let's go to my hydrophones and listen. And again, I'm going to be firing when these targets begin to cross over the 340 mark. Let me start forward here.
Yes, sir. Ahead 1/3.
Yes, sir.
And let's open tubes 3, 4, 5, and 6 and get ready to fire away. The destroyer is unalerted. So far, so good. That is a loud contact. I think that's the one I want to launch on. Do a little time compression here. See what it looks like from here. I'm, well below periscope depth, but still close to the surface. You can't go too deep and still launch torpedoes. You guys, I'm tired. Committed. That looks like a big miss. Let's turn to the left.
Yes, sir. New course. 252.
Yes, sir.
This is the one I want over here at 340 to start shooting at.
Yes, sir. Rudder 19.
Yes, sir.
Fire into full. Torpedo in the water.
Dang it.
Fire into 5. Yes, sir. Rudder. Rudder.
Yes, sir.
Fire into 6. Torpedo in the water.
Just blind firing. Randomly shooting torpedoes. That's a complete and total waste.
Torpedo missed, sir.
That torpedo reached end of run.
Yes, sir. Periscope down.
Yes, sir.
I don't know. It kind of takes the fun out of the game, how stormy the waters are. It's something it does because, you know, I've sunk a lot of ships. And the game is trying to make it challenging for me. And in some ways that's okay. In other ways it's makes the game a little bit of a snoozer. Almost fully to periscope depth. Got about 5-6 feet to climb up yet. And these waves are brutal. Can't see past them. I'll come up 5-6 feet.
Torpedo impact.
Oh, I got a torpedo impact and it killed something. Enemy unit destroyed. Oh, look, I got one. That was one of the 10,000 tonners. Sweet. So that was super cool. He's going down. How about that guy right there? Let's put these at 18 feet. No, we're gonna go, yeah, 18 feet's fine. 19, we'll go 19. Got 2 torpedoes ready to go. Pretty visible, I'll be spotted, almost certainly.
Torpedo missed, sir.
I'm going to say about 8 degrees. I want to see something. Far out is he? I want to confirm my findings. About 3,300. That's not far from what I had him at. That's exactly what I got him at. That was a good reading. Let's try it again, and this time when I send this to the torpedo bearing transmitter, I'll see if there's a jump in the gyro angle. There is not. That shot is very precise. Unless he turns, he's hit. Now this guy here, I think that's it right there, isn't it? Sure is. Medium old tanker, 21-foot draft. We'll go down to 14 feet running depth for this torpedo shot. God, even though I'm well above periscope depth, the waves are so huge they're still washing over the lens. Brutal. I'll take one more set of readings and then I'm going to fire at him. I want to wait a few seconds and see if I got this solution right. I'll know when I click this button. There was a little bit of a tiny bit of a jump back. He's probably coming more towards me than I think. That right there is probably a perfect solution. Ah, good guess about where that torpedo would be in the water. All in all, not a bad run so far. That's going to miss out in front. Doggone it. Son of a gun. I'm almost positive I'm going to miss him. But maybe not. There's a little bit of a convergence. I think I'm going to miss just off his bow. The bow will be in sight of this torpedo underwater here. It's going to miss in front. Maybe not, though. It's a little bit of a suspense here, man. I wonder if I'm going to get him. It's going to be close.
Passing thermal layer.
Oh yeah, she's going to hit. I thought it was going to miss on the bow, but she's going to hit. I just rocked his world. Oh, a torpedo impact. I hit it. I hit that tanker in a beautiful shot. Midships. I don't know if it's going to be enough to get the job done out there, though. This one's going down by the bow. This ship is foundering. There it goes. I'll get the kill message momentarily. There it is. It's caught fire. It's gonna blow. That tanker out there. If you see damage escalating, it usually is a kill. There she goes. What are you gonna do? Are you gonna die? You're in trouble, that's for sure. Oh shoot.
Yes, sir. Service the boat.
I'm on a runaway dive here. Let's come back up to 200 feet.
604.
The ship is about stopped. Let's go look at the screws. That's always fun. No, he's still underway. The propeller still has some RPMs in it. She'll make way. I'm hoping to get underneath of this ship and surface on the other side and hit it with a stern tube where I still have torpedoes. Yeah, one large. I might get a second large one. Is he depth charging me? No, he hasn't gotten to me yet. You get this crap out of my way.
Yes, sir. No course. 29. No.
Yes, sir.
Do a little time compression here. Turn to the left a little bit. Because I think, I'll go to my external view here, he stopped. And the reason I knew he stopped is while I was doing time compression, I could see one of the black sound contact bars just disappeared. It didn't slow down and stop, it just vanished. When that happens, it means there's no longer a sound contact in that direction, because his screws have stopped. The damage has expanded throughout the ship, and it could still sink, but you know, the crew is probably working on this ship trying to save it, which they'll do. Especially with warships, which are much more survivable than anything built for cargo. They didn't build the cargo ships very survivably. They just needed to use a certain amount of material, raw material, you know, the steel and so forth, to, instead of, you know, reinforcing or properly building out to warship specifications, one tanker, they can build 3 tankers in a given period of time and with a given amount of raw materials. How close is that destroyer? The destroyer's kind of looking around where I was. I'm down here in the deep, just below the thermocline. My target, when it disappeared, was probably right about here. So I'm going to sail probably out into this area here. I got about a mile to go. So I'll do some time compression. And yes, there's still a destroyer out there. I should be directly underneath of them if I've estimated it right. Let's look up. No, I don't see him. He's there, though. Oh, look at that. Is ahead to my left. He was. I was really very accurate, even though I'm not seeing him with my periscope. There he is. I was traversing too far up.
Yes, sir. No course. 260.
Yes, sir.
What I will do, let me see how my loadout looks in the back. I'm under silent running right now, so these orders to reload the torpedo tubes won't cause any action now, but they will later. I want to save 7 and 8. Those are the Mark 18s. I might shoot those at some destroyers, but probably tube 9 and 10. Probably just 9. I'll get the both ready, though. So there's tube 9. That ship normally has a pretty deep keel. 28 feet, but it's at least 10 feet in the water. So I could probably go to maybe 36 feet and hit nice and deep. There she be. Let's go up to periscope depth.
Yes, sir. Periscope depth.
What a night it has been, I must admit. I've had fun. iRacing, spotting Rob, I missed that. I haven't done that in a very long time. And now this.
Passing thermal layer.
He's on a bearing of about 200. He's not moving, so none of these computations mean anything really, but I'm going to plug them in anyway. Wish this thing would let me just set 0. 0 knots. I don't know, I'll probably be 20 degrees off of his port beam. We'll lower the observation periscope and raise the attack periscope. Well, I won't raise it all the way just yet. We'll take a quick look at plot. I'm gonna go to bed soon. In the next 20 minutes. I do want to finish the job here, though. In his range, he's probably about 400 meters out.
Yes, sir. Hold stop.
So let me go to the F11 view if I can find that frickin' key. Frickin' steering wheel's in my way. Look how close I am. Yeah, I might have... Oh, that torpedo's gonna go way deep. Oh, perfect hit, though. That's gonna do it. There she goes.
Yes, sir. No depth. 202.
Well, strike the lifeboats. You guys are dunzos. I'm going to go ahead and pull up my little clipboard. We got a little bit of credit to take.
80.
Been getting her done. 3 more ships. We'll add 10,039 tons to 4,890 tons to 10,014 tons, giving me a total of 12 ships at 55,137 tons. Let's refresh it. Keep a tally for you guys to watch on stream. Let me look at... OBS. Just making sure that the game isn't too loud on the stream. I'm picky about that sort of thing, you know. Alright. You know, when I go to watch other people's streams, that's a big pet peeve of mine. When, you know, the game is all loud and then you can't hear, you know, their microphone.
Current depth 160.
Successful attack. That was a very successful attack. I fired, I think, 4 torpedoes blindly, and I managed 1 hit. I took another aim shot. That's 3 tankers in any case. At the cost of 7 torpedoes. What should I do, guys? It is daytime. So I'm going to erase the doodles. I'm not going to pursue this formation any further. I do want to reload torpedoes. I guess what I'll do is I'll plot a course here. And then here.
Yes, sir. Returning to course, sir. Yes, sir. Returning to course, sir. Yes, sir.
Golly, I might get another crack at those guys. Look where they're going. They're kind of going my way. Anyway, let's do this.
132. Long, yes, sir.
We'll secure from silent running. So that my crew begins to reload these torpedoes. Is everybody awake? How about fatigue level? Everybody's on station right now. The efficiency is pretty far down on a lot of guys here. Except for my 3rd watch. I think what I'll do is secure from battle stations.
Secure from battle station.
And we'll let the 1st watch sleep. The 2nd watch is pretty tired. They'll get to sleep next. We're on 3rd watch now. And let's take a look at sound plot. What is the distance to that guy? He's within 4 miles. He could potentially hear me. I'll watch him on plot here to see if he chases. That one's even closer. Let's slow it down. I'll be darned if they're not going kind of the same direction I'm going. How are we doing on a torpedo reload here? 3 out of 6 fully reloaded. One of the realism settings that I've elected to use is realistic torpedo loading, so that, you know, you gotta spend some time reloading those torpedo tubes. It's 1,000 hours. I'm starting to run out of juice. So all the torpedo tubes are reloaded. I'm going to come up to periscope depth.
Periscope depth.
I'll use time compression to get there. They're too far away for me to attack by any means. But I'm going to go to the observation periscope. I just want to take a look around, see what's out there, so I may try to surface and put a charge on the battery. Actually, the F3 view. And those guys are quite a ways away, so
Yes, sir. Ahead standard.
I'll do a save.
0.
Getting a radar contact at 203. There's an aircraft behind to my left. I'm going to take a chance on him not spotting me. Oh, he sees me. Up dive.
Current depth 40. Yes, sir. Current speed 1.
Yes, sir.
He got suspicious.
Current depth 1.
He must have saw something he didn't like, so he came over here to investigate. So I'll dive down to 130 feet. We'll just putt along at 1 knot underwater. See if we can stretch this battery life a little bit. We'll blow ballast.
Yes, sir. Ahead standard.
Put some power on those screws. With the dive planes on rise and the ballast blown, this thing will pop up like a bobber. And the winds are howling. Rough seas. The crew ain't gonna like it. But we have got to replenish the battery charge. So what I'll do is I'll proceed at 1/3 speed. That's going to leave a lot of diesel power to commit to the charge. It should charge up pretty quick. And I'll plot in here, remembering there was a task force out here that in all that underwater time that I had, I don't think I'm going to catch them, but I'm still going to go search the western Sibuyan Sea. I might even try to come out through here, but I also might go through the Visayan Sea. Oh, you know what? You can't go through here. You know how risky that is with a submarine? That's just too shallow. I might get sneak out to the Philippine Sea. I got to return to base at some point here and refit. This would be really, really risky to move through there right now, but I'm going to go make a run through the Sibuyan Sea. In fact, I'll go ahead and plot it. Staying in the deeper waters. And then I'll exit over here. So that'll be my patrol. I'm going to go take a look in here and see if I can catch some warships. And that's going to be my mission. And for right now, let's go to time compression. It's 1830. Okay, it's about 2030, so I'm going to turn on my radar for a few minutes. See if I pick something up with radar. Nope, I ran radar for an hour. I'm going to turn it off. Go back to time compression. It's now midnight. I can go ahead and speed up to 2/3 speed. I've spotted, I caught a ship over here. What do I got? Oh, one of these cool little guys. Let's go cream him.
Yes, sir. New course. 1.
Yes, sir.
Let's get over here close with time compression. He gone. God, that 40mm is nasty. 200 tonner too. That was a big fishing boat. Big enough to feed an army. So let me give myself credit for a 200-tonner. That's a baker's dozen. We're now up to 13 ships sunk. 55,337 tons. Okay, let's continue the patrol. I'll save a checkpoint in case things get crazy. Time compression. It's almost dawn. It's about 0400. I'm going to fire up the radar for a little while. Oh, radar contact. That's an interesting little convoy. Where do you suppose they're going? You know what? That's the same convoy I attacked earlier. Guarantee it. Look at its missing ships. And now the destroyers are spooked. I'm not going to pursue them, though. I killed all the big targets. There's nothing but little targets left on radar. You can see that. I know from having attacked them earlier and having visual on them. There. Look at the Luftberry. The destroyers are just driving in a circle around it. They've detected my radars, what the deal is. I'm going to turn that off. How much fuel do I have? Plenty of fuel. Day will break here shortly, and then patrol craft are going to make me dive. Patrol aircraft, I should say. There they are. Coming from behind somewhere. You're not going to be able to see them. I'm only seeing them here because I have radar. The air radar, the SJ, what is it? Yeah, the SD radar will detect those aircraft well out of sight. Give me plenty of time to crash dive. I'll use time compression to get down to my depth. And I will creep along at a leisurely 2 knots to save battery. I want to see how deep this is. That should be about 600 feet, right? Yeah, 572. Plenty of depth. I can't go that deep or I'll die. Zoom around. Night will fall very shortly here. There's nightfall.
Yes, sir.
I'll surface. Well, it's worth taking a look. You never know what you're going to run into. Uh-oh, hang on a minute. I got to replot this, or I'll hit land. You don't want to beach a submarine. They don't like that. We'll add some waypoints to the plot.
Ship spotted. Bearing.
There's a ship spotted just dead ahead of me, huh? What do we got out there? What do we got? What do we got? Probably one of them fishers. I'll use my cheat view. Yep, a little fishing boat. Poor chap hasn't seen me yet. What about dead ahead? See if I can ping him and see his range. If I know his range, I can aim that gun better without wasting ammo. I'm just curious if I can do this. He's probably right about here. I did get an echo from him. I can't hear him on hydrophone, but I got an echo. He's 1,600 yards out. So I can put this a little bit shy of that. Well, I'll go 1,500. Yeah, that hit high because I'm closing so fast. Why does it take so many 4-inch shells to kill this thing when a couple odd 40mm anti-aircraft rounds would just destroy these things? Just kind of doesn't make sense. He's dead. Whoops. I want to return to course. He got popped. What exactly was that? Another 200-tonner. We'll take it. Hey, it's 200 tons I didn't have before. $55,537 tons. Ship number 14. Alright, you guys. I don't know about you guys, I'm starting to fizzle out. You know, as much as I enjoy this game, it's not like Call of Duty was when I was streaming DMZ in those overnight hours, man. It's just, the game just riles you up. It just makes you feel awake. And you lose track of time. This game I lose track of time too, though. I really enjoy it. Let's do save game patrol. Pretty soon here I'm going to have to dive because daylight will break.
Ship spotted. Bearing 17. Only.
I spotted another ship over here. Let's go check that out.
New course. 9, 6.
Oh, there's 2 of them out there. These could be bigger. No, they're just little sailors. It just so happens, these little fishing boats, there's 2 of them. I'll take them with the 40mm. I'm only guessing how much I have to arc these shots to get that second one. That's just too easy. I love it. What a riot those little fishers are. I'll have you return to course.
Yes, sir. Head slow.
Yes, sir.
Ravaging their fishing fleet, that I can tell you. 2 more boats at 200 tons apiece. So I can add 400 tons to my total tonnage. 2 more ships are up to 16. 55,937 tons. See something here a minute. Oh, that's a good haul. I'm right over the top of that dead ship. I wonder if I'm going to collide with it. It won't hurt me. Well, that's daybreak. There's the morning sun. Save game, patrol. And it is 1 a.m. It's right on schedule for me to call it a night. Okay, tomorrow I don't know exactly what time I'm going to do it. I haven't scheduled when, but I do know what. I got to work a little tiny bit on that setup for Martinsville. Rob got a 3rd place in an A Open with it tonight, so it's just as solid now as it was last October. That's nice that I don't have to start from scratch with this setup. So we'll be doing some iRacing tomorrow. We're going to work on that setup anywhere from a half an hour to an hour and a half at Martinsville. And then I'm going to go, I believe it's Daytona Road, because Wednesday and Thursday the Porsche Club is doing event. I do race control for them. It's event number 7 for them.
Head 1/3.
Yes, sir.
I'm going to look at the schedule here and find out exactly for sure. I have the schedule on their website. Daytona International Speedway Road Course. Event number 7. It is the 7th and final event. And the 2 junior level divisions of the league will race this week, and the 2 senior levels will race next week. So it's going to be challenge in sport this week and club and pro next week. So they have 4 races. It takes them 4 races to do an event. That's how big of a league this is. It's utterly amazing. I'm very, 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 very proud to be a part of this organization and to serve them. And I want to drive it. I want to drive the car on that course and just kind of feel what the course is like. And, you know, I'm just going to have some fun. Mugello was awesome. I drove around Mugello for a little while, too. I don't know that I streamed it. I don't think I did. But I'm going to stream it. You know, we'll go from the setup build. I'll probably break for lunch or a snack or just basically take a break. I'll keep the stream up. And then I'll end up doing Daytona International Speedway after that. And then I will take a break because that's going to be kind of in the afternoon. I'm going to come back at nighttime to wrap up with another Silent Hunter stream. So keep an eye out for the notices. I appreciate you guys coming and hanging out tonight. I hope you enjoyed the show on my 14th War Patrol. We'll probably wrap up or at least continue the 14th War Patrol tomorrow night. So you guys have a good night. And we'll see you later. Bye-bye.